Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Rants and Tea with Kelly B. That's me. She is she. I am me. Sorry it's been a couple weeks. The episode that I did have up, I wanted to scrap it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it came out. It was a little bit boring. So I'm trying to bring y'all more shit y'all want to watch. So today, let's speak about the stuff we've been speaking about. Okay, let's talk about the stuff that's been in the news. Y'all, I ain't good with the quips all the time, all right? Anyways, so as you all have heard, maybe, did y'all hear about that, what do they call it? They're calling her Bike Karen now. On May 12th, there was a video of a Bike Karen that has gone viral that apparently shows allegedly a woman attempting to steal a bike from some teenagers. Now, this narrative is, of course, like we do in the U.S., is white woman tries to steal bike from black boys. Now, why this video became so viral, number one, is because she allegedly attempted to steal the bike from the boys. And second of all, because she used a weaponry that is often used by white women, which is cry, after it was alleged that she was trying to steal the bike, therefore trying to make herself the victim where she is allegedly the villain. Now we're going to review the video a little bit and see exactly what that looks like. And roll it.
Help me! Please help me!
It's not your bike.
Please help me!
It's not your bike.
Please help me! Help! Please get off me!
Wait, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Please get off me!
Yo, don't let him take it, bro.
Now you're not getting the bike, bro.
Yeah, now you're not getting the bike.
Help!
You're not getting
Get
the
off
bike.
me,
I'm
dude.
not. Bro,
Why you took his phone? What's wrong with you?
stupid as something. You're not
Don't touch
touching
his
my
phone. Do not touch his phone.
I'm not touching you. You put your stomach on my hand.
Please help me!
She just took my bike. She's just crying.
You're not crying. You're not crying. I got
Stupid.
I got
It's
your
my
video.
bike. I'm drunk.
Wait, you pulled it out? Hey, Hassan, you pulled it out? Hassan,
I don't give a f-
Hassan, you pulled it out?
This is my bike. It's on my account. Please move.
All right, so why don't we reset the bike?
I'm not resetting the bike.
It's his. It's his. It's his.
Reset it, and I'm gonna pull it out on your account.
You're an actor. This is my fake crying.
Guys,
He's fake crying. Stop fake crying.
Hey, stop touching me. I don't touch you.
Hold up.
Hey, stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Why don't you take this bike?
Stop touching me.
I will.
Exactly. So take
Out of here.
So take it.
You're stupid. Stop out of here. Your baby gonna come out with
Wait, how you stop crying? Not a tear came down, miss.
Okay, so in that video, as you can tell, the boy is saying, "This is my bike." And she's not really saying much. You see a bunch of Samaritans. The minute she goes, "Help, help, help," come to her rescue to help her. It looks very disingenuous. It looks very staged. It really does. And as of course, what a lot of people do when, I'm sorry, white women get to crying because they sure don't do it for me or the other black women. Everyone wants to come and help, and everybody just wants to solve the issue as quickly as possible because her tears are absolutely ripping at my heart, and she must be in more distress than everyone else around the world because she is now fake crying. So a guy comes along and he's telling the teens, you just let her. He's like, "I pay for this bike. This is my bike." This is the teen saying that. And the guy says, "Hey, why don't you just, reverse your charges and let her have the bike?" And the boy is like, "No, fuck that. I'm not going to do it." In the meantime, the woman eventually gets off the bike, and I guess that's the end of it. At least for that video. Now, what in turns happening is this turns out that this woman works for the NYC Health Hospital. She is a physician's assistant there. After the video, and of course, outrage that we have in the US, which is, get her fired, make sure she never works. She's a nurse. She's all of this. She must be doing all of these things. So we need to fuck up her whole life. She's suspended from her job. Oh, I forgot to mention this woman is also 6 months pregnant. Now, I will say in the world of doxing, I don't agree with that. I don't think don't get me wrong, some circumstances where somebody is absolutely proven to be dangerous, that somebody is absolutely proven to be a danger to society, or somebody who we're, I think it can come in handy. But I think in this world where, or at least in this country where we are so touchy about everything and we tend to react before we get the full story, I think it can potentially ruin someone's life unnecessarily. Shame, cool. I think a good little piece of public shame actually does help. But this person still has to have a livelihood. If they got kids, if they got things like that, I think they should still have a livelihood. Now, if this woman is a healthcare worker and she does take care of people and she does things like this, while I don't think it necessarily means that she will be a terrible physician's assistant, it can show a certain flaw in her character that, isn't really welcome in the care department, let's just say. But I say, be careful with who you dox, because you never know, because now there is a development to the story. Now, mind you, this woman has been suspended. She has right now gone into hiding, because people, when it comes to social media and they've got her address, I can understand it being stressful. Oh, Kelly, you sympathizing with, the white woman trying to do whatever. Look, I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm looking at it from all ends, okay? I'm going to finish my thoughts. I'm going to finish my whole thing, okay? So, what has come out, apparently, she's gotten a lawyer. And she's going to sue the hospital. And I don't know if she's suing the kids or not for defamation of character, for harassment and all these things. Because apparently her lawyer says that she has not one, but 2 receipts proving that she indeed purchased this bike. Now, I find it odd. Well, let me tell you what he said first, and then I'm going to give my opinion on it. Okay? Maybe at all. I gave some. All right. This is an article from the New York Post. So according to the New York Post, Justin Marino, who is the hospital workers' attorney, he says that it turns out that the Karen had rented the bike first. So apparently Karen is able to provide 2 city bike receipts from May 12th, which are also time-stamped minutes apart. Now, what he says what's happening is the first receipt, and the Post said that they've reviewed the receipt. The first receipt reviewed by the Post shows the bike being taken out before it was relocked 1 minute later, which Marino says is the bike seen in the video. The second receipt shows another bike being taken out a minute later from the same docking station, and was the bike Marino said his client used to get home after being heckled and pressured to find a new bike by this said group. So, and apparently the Post said that they saw this receipt. So what he says is that after she purchased the bike, that's when the group of 5 individuals came up to her and started to harass her about it being their bike. Let's see. One of the individuals then covered the bike's QR code, stopping her from paying for it again so she could leave after they clicked the bike back into the bike thing. So I guess it restarts after you put it back in there. So then they blocked the code, and apparently, according to the lawyer, that's when the whole thing ensued. And then she ended up getting up and getting off the bike and then just using another one. And that's where that second receipt comes from, apparently. The lawyer is quoted in saying the fact that anyone would treat a person like this is tragic, especially a visible pregnant woman. She's not that visibly pregnant, let me just say. So apparently, the lawyer is suing, basically saying that everybody ruined her life due to a 90-minute clip and nobody had the full story. It was lacking complete context. Now, if this is indeed true, I do feel bad for this woman. I do. Because people are vicious. People don't care. And especially, her being a white woman with the black dudes, against each other, it creates a certain something, okay? I will say, though, I'm back and forth with it, because the help, it was definitely phony as hell. It was phony as hell. The way she did the help, they're helping me, oh my God, don't touch me, and that could just be the way her personality is, but that looks very staged. Also, what makes me give it a little side eye is the post said, I too reviewed this. Where are the receipts? This is something that could easily be put up on Instagram or whatever like that. Mind you, they don't owe us nothing. They don't, but it could shut a lot of people up. Mind you, she don't owe us nothing again, but it could easily be shut down if you show the receipts. Post just saying they saw the receipts is not me convinced that she actually has receipts. Where they at? I don't see them anywhere. So now that this woman is being accused, you see all these other people coming out. They did this, white woman like this is racist, this woke side, and this and that, and yada, yada, yada. Now, why I think they sounding crazy too, I will say, we need to be a little bit more measured in our outrage. I'm saying people, period. And when they jump onto things. When I say this is literally my personality, if I feel a certain type of way right then and there, I am not calm, cool, and collected. I cannot sit on it and wait till later to think about it and then think about the repercussions of if this isn't true, if it ain't, or for whatever. That is my flaw. I'm going in. I'm asking questions. I'm coming for your neck. Now I ain't thought it all out. Now this is like, I feel this type of way, so I'm gonna make myself feel better by perhaps cussing you out. Maybe. Is it the right way to go? No. But this is what people have done. So if this is actually true, that this woman actually did rent this bike, we probably got to take a look at ourselves and the way we handle all, situations sometimes. It was a hectic situation for everyone. And maybe even when it comes to the boys, maybe they legit thought that that was the bike that they were supposed to have. Or maybe it actually was their bike. We don't know. But basically, story's developing. She's looking to sue. She's saying she did it. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments and all of that stuff. Let's move on to the next story. Y'all, people is for real tripping about Gabrielle Union's confession that she splits bills 50-50 with her husband, Dwayne Wade. Now, this all came from an interview that she had with the Bloomberg series what's his name? Noah Callahan Beaver. Is it Bever? I don't know, whatever. She had an interview with him and he was like, I'm sorry, I'm such a kid. I'm so immature. Whatever. But she had an interview with him in which she said a lot of things in this interview, y'all.
It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50.
At what point did you develop that first sense of security and that the work is coming and there isn't this sort of sense of the rug is could still be pulled out?
I struggle with that still, just because I think I just have more responsibilities, for my money. So I get nervous, like, oh God, that movie didn't open, well, what does that mean? Am I gonna have enough to hold everybody up? Head of household, because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work, you better work. You gonna sleep in? Somebody might not eat.
A lot of people, when she said that part about her splitting everything 50-50 with Dwayne Wade, had an issue. I'm gonna find some of them jokers and put them up here, okay? People talking crazy, talking about no, she ain't splitting bills 50-50 with somebody that had a baby on her. No, she ain't turning around splitting bills with somebody who booty she eat. And I don't know why that matters. Whatever. But Dwayne may make like 5 times as much as her. Why she got to split those bills and da 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 da. I guess no one heard the part that says that they both support not only that household, but they have other households to support. Depending on if you have that kind of dynamic, you're oftentimes taking care of your family. You're oftentimes taking care of your mama. You're, probably got some child. Dwayne got a lot of child support. He got to pay. But, child support, not a lot. How many kids Dwayne Wade got? How many he got? I know he got the custody with the transgendered child that he got with him. And then, is that the jump off baby? Who the jump off baby? No, that's what yeah. And then he got the jump off baby, which technically I guess one of jump off baby is one of them break babies. But can we side note about the break baby thing, okay? If we're taking a break and it ain't one of those things where we've said we're absolutely breaking up and all of that stuff, we kind of just like chilling for a minute, cooling off and doing whatever, why you fucking other people raw? Why even risk that? But whatever, it's about who those people in that relationship, about what they can handle. If Gabrielle Union can handle getting back with him after having the break baby, then that's Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade business. That ain't nothing for us to say, because let's be clear, a lot of y'all deal with a lot of bullshit from somebody who ain't got Dwayne Wade or Gabrielle Union's money, okay? So let's not be so judgmental in that. And also, ain't nobody asking you for none of your donations on it neither. So mind your business. But this whole thing for me is a mind your business type of thing. Okay, we about to get into the rant part of this. Let me tell you something. First of all, people sit up there talking about Dwayne Wade make 5 times as much as Gabrielle Union. And this is after a lot of people had this idea with Gabrielle Union anyway, that she is somehow this like stay-at-home housewife. Gabrielle Union is Gabrielle Union. Did we forget about her resume? Don't play my girl like that, okay? She got her cheddar enough to where she could put 50-50 on there and take care of the houses. Now, in this interview, I hate the fact that people harped on that when she was trying to be vulnerable. It is so hard for you to be vulnerable when you are a movie star, especially when you are a black woman. Let me say black person, period. Because let me tell you something, y'all ain't exactly the most welcoming, the exactly most understanding, the exactly most, ooh, like I see you, sister, kind of community. We really ain't. So in this moment when she was trying to get vulnerable and tell about like the angst that she gets from being that breadwinner and having all that responsibility, she is never able to rest. And then y'all harping on the fact that she paid 50-50 with Dwayne Wade. Now let's see. Does Dwayne Wade make 5 times as much as Gabrielle Union? Let's check. Let's see what their network is. Net worth is. And it turns out, let me see. Not it turns out, but as we all know, these numbers are oftentimes incorrect. I hear a lot of celebrities say that the numbers are either too low or too high or whatever, but we're going to look it up anyway. Okay, so Dwayne Wade's net worth. Okay, so as of 2023, according to Sportskeeda, don't know if that's a reputable source, but that's what we gonna use. His net worth is $170 million. Now that's net worth, as you all know. That's like liquid. It says though his salary is $24 million. That's his salary. So Gabrielle Union, let's look at hers. Gabrielle Union net worth. Her net worth is it's 40 million. Yeah, it's 40 million. Now, is that correct? Do not know, but that's what we're gonna go with. So 170 million compared to 140 million. He definitely makes 3 times as much as she does. But also, we don't know what their relationship is like. It could be one of those things where, yeah, he makes this 170 million. Did I say 140? Whatever. 170 million over here. But he also has kid he has to pay child support for. He also has mama that he takes care of. He also has a strange daddy. Or maybe their mama and daddy still got to take care of. Maybe he got a grandma. Maybe he got a cousin that's in rehab. They asked him to sit up there and pay all of his stuff. Okay, he feel like he just obligated. So let me go ahead and take care of that. Maybe Ray over here, she got a business that she wanted him to invest in. And he kind of a silent partner up in that because, she bailed him out back in the day when he was fucking with that girl up on Gabrielle Union. So I owe her. You don't know. He probably got that. And over here, Gabrielle Union with her 40 million, she could just have her mama and her grandma over here that she got to take care of. So their agreement that they came to together was perhaps, I don't know, I'm inferring, y'all. I'm just inferring. I'm just giving y'all some theories. But perhaps she was like, okay, baby, you got all of that over there. You got to take care of. I love you. We in this strong, like social media, like, women can do it all. Men can do it all. We can all be whatever. Ain't no such thing as no roles. That's kind of like what they umbrella is. You know what I'm saying? We fun, we good, we ain't doing all of this stuff. We are different kind of people. I got you. I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna meet you where you at. Cause I love you. And I don't want you to be struggling to have to do all that and take care of me. And it could also be one of those things where if you hear in the interview, she feels like there's maybe something in her where she wants to feel like she contributes. And that there's nothing like feeling as though you're not a burden per se. Not only that, let's say Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade get divorced tomorrow. He can't take all of everything in that house. He can't claim all everything in that house and lock her out because she has a stake in there. She paid half of them bills. That is half hers. He wasn't taking care of her per se. She was also contributing to the household equally. So if everything were to fail and everything were to go, south, she is secure. There's reasons why people do the things they do. Oftentimes, women, if you do meet that baller, you just saw this baller who just had, and don't get me wrong, girl had her own money, but was it the basketball player or the football soccer player, that was out there and he ended up giving all his money to his mama to hide it and she couldn't get nothing? Don't get it twisted. That girl got her own money. Y'all, everybody want to put this narrative that every time a girl, get with a dude that got some money, they just miraculously just must be one of them jump outs, one of them people that just, a kept woman. That's not necessarily the case. And apparently Gabrielle Union does not look as though she wants to be that person. So that could be just what their dynamic is. But it absolutely drives me crazy how people just like, oh no, you ain't gonna do this because he did this. So because he had a baby on her, so he better not be doing this. He did this, so he better not be doing this. I will say, okay, that is a terrible attitude to have as far as, this is my opinion, when you get back with someone after shit. Let's touch on the basis of the baby, okay? Like I said, Dwayne Wade had this break baby, and by some of you all's accounts, she shouldn't have to pay anything for that because I don't know, is this him giving her penance? Is this him basically for the rest of his life he has to make up for the fact that he has this baby on her, so he don't need to be having her pay anything because he did this to her? Is this what I'm hearing y'all saying? I'm gonna guess this is what I'm hearing y'all saying. I am a firm believer that if you take a cheater back, or you take someone, and if that's even considered cheating, I am a firm believer that if you decide to forgive someone for something that you've done and for something that they've done to you, or you want them to, or you're rekindling a relationship where there's been hurt, you can't keep harping that on that person. You can't keep holding that over their head, whether it's constantly, especially if they've shown you different. Now, if they haven't shown you different and they're still doing the same thing, guess what? You got choices. Get the fuck up out of there. You have choices. Nobody's holding you hostage in a relationship. Oh, but I love him. Then that's something you need to work on with you. But if you decide to get back into that relationship where somebody did that thing to you, cheated on you, and if you have trust issues with that person, don't be in the relationship, because it does not help it to build better. It does not help it to heal. It doesn't help it to do those things. Oh, I'm allowed to feel hurt. You sure are, but you're not allowed to harp on it when you basically got back with him saying that you're not saying that you're okay with it. You getting back with that person that did that hurting, it does say that you're okay with it. If you're not okay with it, you should not be back with that person, because this is the person that elicits the hurt. You should go somewhere and you should heal. The person that hurt you in the first place, you still feel like they hurt you and still feel like hurt, you're not going to get healing there. So move on. But if you decide to go back, then you need to search within yourself and say, okay, am I going to hold this over this person forever? Because does it help us heal it? No. Is this my decision to come back here? It's just not fair. Let me just say, it's just not fair to that person. Yeah, it wasn't fair that he cheated. Then if you still harping on that, don't go back. Don't do it. Don't go back. Leave it alone. Okay? But a lot of us need to remember, when it comes to relationships, that's their relationship. What you will do in your relationship is not what that person will do in their relationship, is not what they will do in their relationship, is not what they want to do in their relationship. But I find it awfully funny that people arguing about shit out of their tax bracket. You don't know shit about what it is they do and what's the requirements and all that's required as far as sustaining a household. So you don't know anything about that life at all. So to have such strong conviction is she shouldn't have did this about business that ain't even yours, kindly sit down, y'all. Kindly chill out. Black folks got the habit of telling people about their business, but they the quickest one to tell people to mind yours. Why do we do that? Let it go. I found nothing. I thought it was, I didn't see the entire interview. I saw that part and like a little bit more so that I could see exactly what the context of was, what she was talking about. And I get it. As a person who can be very strong-willed, can be very, I am all about my destiny and my journey and my stuff, and don't nobody ruin me, don't nobody tell me what to do. I can appreciate wanting to have a certain authority in my house, and in order to have a certain authority in my house, I have to bring the same as the other person that can possibly have that authority in the house. I have to be able to have that argument that we both own this motherfucker. Oh, Kelly, get out. No, you see that other name? That's me. Buy me out. Buy me out. Everything ain't always rose colored. So you have to set your life up just in case shit decides to hit the fan. And it seemed like she doing just fine with me. So if y'all want to sit up there and y'all want to go on about, letting somebody take care of your bills and potentially putting you in a vulnerable situation, you do that. But you don't get to talk crazy about her and what she do. Other thing I was thinking about, the person that said, no, you ain't eating his booty and doing that. What y'all do in the room, in the bedroom, okay? Maybe she like eating booty. Maybe she like it. You don't necessarily, why do you think that's because somebody performs a sexual act? You women that always want to talk about, when you do sexual things, it ain't necessarily for a man. You women, I don't know if this person actually believes that or not. But when you are doing the horizontal mambo and you in the bedroom, you having all of that, it can be fun for both. Maybe she like doing that. It ain't a trade-off. What are you talking about? Stop. But anyways, y'all tell me what y'all think about that. And that will be the end of our show today. So if y'all like what y'all see, y'all like this, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Check out them other videos. Keep coming back. I'm going to try to be more consistent. We got some more coming. If y'all see me wearing the same outfit in the next video, because we doing some taping. Okay. But thank you again. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Again, love y'all. Bye.